Hello and welcome to 360 Sports on Trust TV. I'm Emmanuel Fashemi. It was an action-packed week in the Champions League. The biggest league in Europe is back with a bang, and you can trust when the Champions League is back. The league meant for champions, and champions do their best to always remain champions, and it was a good one for all of the teams that began the Champions League in match day one, and that is in the UEFA Champions League, and it was a sweet results for a lot of the teams. Why some teams never got it right on match day one. But we will not be starting from the Champions League. We'll be going straight to the ring where Nigerians far away in Serbia, Team Nigeria, started on a flying note, on a very high note at the World Championship Wrestling event that is going on in Serbia. And you know, that event has been tagged for the Olympic qualification, and it's a good thing that Nigerian wrestlers began on a very, very sweet and better note, getting to the finals, semi-finals, quarter-finals, and hoping to pick the Olympic ticket. And we will be starting with one of the Nigerian wrestlers, very good at what she knows how to do. Odunayo Adekunroye, though she lost in the semi-final, but as it stands, she has another opportunity to pick the Olympic ticket when she will go back to the ring in the bronze medal fight. And if she wins that fight, well, that is straight to the Paris Olympic 2024 that will be happening next year in France, and it's a good one. Our hearts, it's with her to actually pick that fight, pick the bronze medal, and win the Olympic ticket. I have in the studio with me Noah Sansen, who will be joining me on the show, and we also have a Zoom guest all the way from Plateau. But before we go to Plateau, let's start with you, Noah Sansen. Now, Nigeria Wrestlers has put up a very fantastic show with the likes of Odunayo. Now she has a chance in the bronze medal fight to pick the Olympic ticket. What's your take about our chances so far?
Yeah. It's going to be a tough one because we have other teams from other athletes from other countries trying to get the qualification to the Paris Olympics, one of the biggest competition for this wrestler. So it's going to be good and surprising. This athlete just left Nigeria on Sunday, and within the space of 2-3 days, they have been making a lot of impacts from the wrestlers, and I don't know if they actually have that adequate preparation, because I believe most of these individuals athletes have been training on their own personally, because I'm not sure they have anything competitive to do before.
Yeah, I think they do because
not as often the way it's supposed to be. So
Wrestling Federation of Nigeria is one of the best. When you are counting Nigerian Volleyball Federation, you will be mentioning Nigeria Wrestling Federation, because why? The president of that federation, it was a former wrestler, Daniel Igali. So he has been fantastic. He has been doing very well with that federation. And to tell you the truth, these wrestlers, in fact, they have competition week in, week out. And also forget that the Governor Wrestling Championship, that is a Drew, that's the governor of Bayelsa State, the Wrestling Championship. I think a few weeks ago, that was last month, that championship went up. And these fighters, these wrestlers, were there. So to tell you the truth, I think the Wrestling Federation has been doing. I'm not saying they are not doing really. Don't quote me wrong, Mr. Emmanuel, but they still need to put more. Although the federation have been something we've been hearing for a long time because of their activities, unlike other federations. But what I'm trying to say is that you cannot compare the level of preparedness they have with that of other counterparts in other countries. So they should just put some more effort. That's what I'm trying to say, because because I believe if the efforts are being put in, if the government puts more, the federation puts more effort into what these individuals are doing or these athletes are doing, it's going to be a kind of more. It's going to make them more prepared. Because now you see the other lady there, Odunayo, where she lost the match. It's not because she's not prepared. It's not because she's not good. The victory is just 6-4. Yeah. It's a close one. But she still have the chance to pick the Olympic ticket.
Yeah,
in
that's
the bronze
why
medal.
we are happy. And she has to prepare better for that.
So as it stands, I think that fight will be coming up later on today. Also, for us to actually continue picking the Olympic ticket, we have the likes of Olympic silver medalist who will be entering the ring today in her own category. That is a Blessing Oburududu will be there. But it was a painful one for Hannah Ruben, a newcomer. This is her first outing for Nigeria on the international stage, and it was not a good one. She got to the quarterfinal, but she lost in the quarterfinal alongside other fighters that lost in the quarterfinal there. But for Blessing Oburududu, Esther Kolawale, that is Kolawale, a 21-year-old Commonwealth Games bronze medalist. The last time out, she won bronze medal in the Commonwealth Games, and alongside Blessing Oburududu, all of them will be entering the ring today to begin their own quest to pick the Olympic ticket. To tell you the truth, for Blessing Oburududu, last time in the Olympics, she was able to get, she and Sebrume were the only Nigerian athletes that won medals in the Olympics. Now, she's going to begin her quest for the Olympic tickets today. What are her chances? That is a Blessing Oburududu.
She has been a fantastic, very fantastic athlete and wrestler. So all odds on her now to, what should I put it? All hope on her now for her to make sure she wins the Olympic medal. She gets the ticket for the Olympic. And if you notice from what you've been saying, I don't hear female names. It seems the guys are still chilling. I don't know what's happening.
No, the guys are in there. Just that for the female, they will be starting their own. They will be entering the ring today. Like I said, the World Wrestling Championship competition is for the Olympic qualification, and we wish all our Nigerian wrestlers in Serbia to actually get the Olympic ticket in all of their fights that they will be fighting today. The likes of Christiana, Ogunsoya, also that is in the 53 kg category, will also be going into the ring today to begin her quest to get the Olympic ticket. And it's a good one from the Federation President, that is Daniel Igali, who has been doing fantastically well with that federation, making sure that all the wrestlers' welfare is well taken care of, and then doing what it takes to see how Nigeria can qualify for competition. When it comes to wrestling in the world as it stands right now, Nigerian wrestlers are not pushover. We pray and hope that they pick the Olympic ticket. At least 1, 2, 3, 4 wrestlers from Nigeria should be appearing in the Olympics 2024. that will be happening in France, Paris. Okay, let's leave that story and come back to Africa. And now we'll be talking about the handball. We also have football, but now we'll be talking about handball, where Nigerian under-18 handball team, they started well in the competition, but lost their second game to Guinea, and then in the third game they were able to beat host Tunisia. And as it stands right now, they will be playing another North African team in the quarterfinal. But the game against Tunisia, they defeated Tunisia 28-20. That was the scoreline for that particular encounter. Nigeria under 18 handball team. No, as I'm saying, these girls are, in fact, they are firing from all cylinders. They lost to Guinea in their second game, but in the third game against Tunisia, they were fantastic.
I will call them Esther because they are fine very well. Yeah, the first game they lost they won their first game and lost their second game, which they now took the anger from losing that second game, then to the third game, which they're playing against the host nation, which is Tunisia. They won Tunisia, and now they are playing against another North African countries, Morocco, at the next stage, which is a very good one. So these girls are really performing well. They've been trying everything, and you can see from the pictures and what you've seen that these are young individuals which they have a very long lifespan to play in this sport, and that is what we are happy about what they've been doing so far.
Yeah, we are happy with what they have been doing so far, winning their first game, and then they lost the second game to Guinea, but against the host. You know, when you are playing against the host, you know what it is. You actually need to be psychologically and mentally ready, because you will be playing also against the fans. You know, the boos and the cheers. But as it stands, they were able to hold their own against Tunisia, 28-20, the scoreline. Now, against another North African side, Morocco, what ease their chances against Morocco?
Yeah, Morocco, when you talk about in the aspect of sport and every other thing, I think the North Africans are much the most. But let's generalize everything. When you talk about civilization, what I call development, I think the North Africa are more developed than the other rest of the continent in Africa, and it has also been transmitted to their sports sector also too. So in all their sports sector, the North African countries have been doing everything possible to make sure they have a total turnaround in the sports sector, and it also. When you talk about football, basketball, and other form of sport you think of. So the Nigerian team meeting these, the Moroccans, is going to be a very tough game. They should know that. They won't take it easy. They won't take it lightly on them. For them winning their own North African brothers, Tunisia, this one want to make sure they take everything, make sure they defend, and make sure they win our girls. But our girls should be more prepared. They should watch the clips from the Tunisia match, seeing the mistakes they've made, seeing what they can work on, look at what they can work on, and look at the clips, the Tunisian, the Moroccan clips also, to see things they can do and how they can improve themselves. So it's not going to be an easy game against the Moroccans. That is the truth. But I believe these guys are going to take us to the next level. Okay, they are going to take us to the next level. Coming in from Noah Samson, you just have to go back to the clips of their game against the Tunisia, their first game also, and then against Guinea, where they lost, and correct their mistakes, and probably also see some clips of the Moroccan team and know where they need to strengthen, and look at their weaknesses and where to exploit, and see how they can actually get victory and go straight into the semi-final. Congratulations to the Nigerian under-18 team girls in the handball competition. That is the African Handball Championship happening in Monastir, Tunisia. You know what it is when you are playing in a faraway country. You need to hold your head high, and it's a good one, good achievement. Quarter-final belt as it stands right now against Morocco, and we are looking forward to see them in the semi-final, because these guys are just too good and fantastic when it comes to handball. Okay, let's leave that story and go straight to Europe. That is where, like I said, the biggest league in the world is back. That is the Champions League. Everybody wants to play the Champions League, and matches went down in fact, in some of the groups in the UEFA Champions League last night, and it was a sweet victory for the likes of Manchester City, Barcelona, 5 against the Belgian team, and other teams who could not hold their own, and for Newcastle United, after 2 decades out of Champions League, they came back strong, all thanks to Nick Pope, who kept them in that game. Okay, let's quickly go over the results. As we see on the screen, the Dutch giant, that is Feyenoord, were 2 goals better than Celtic, the Scottish champions. 2-0 it ended in the night, and Lazio and Atletico Madrid, wonderful one. The goalkeeper got a 95th minute equalizer for Lazio. A goalkeeper threw a corner kick. It was a good one. Very rare too. Very rare. And then we have AC Milan and Newcastle United. Like I said, I think Newcastle need to thank Nick Pope for pulling up all those strong saves to keep Newcastle in that game, and it ended in a goalless affair. For Paris Saint-Germain, a team that is always tipped to win the Champions League, they started also against Borussia Dortmund. 2-0 it ended. And young boys, they were not young enough against RB Leipzig. They lost 3-1, and Manchester City came back to beat Red Star Belgrade at Etihad Stadium in England, and Barcelona were 5-0 better than Royal Antwerp. It's a good one that we have Nigerians playing, about 3 Nigerians in that team, and then we have Shakhtar, the Ukrainian team. Well, I feel their pain also. We know what is happening in Ukraine. They lost to FC Porto 3-1, and it's a good thing that we have Nigerian in FC Porto, that is Zaidu Sanusi. We have Elehena in Royal Antwerp, but 3 Nigeria in that team. Yusuf also from Kano was in that team for Royal Antwerp. And then the game AC Milan, we have Samuel Chukwueze. So it's good thing that Nigerians played in also appeared in the Champions League night last night. And for Samuel Chukwueze, it was his 10th appearance in the Champions League. But quickly look at the result. Which result took you by surprise? Yeah, I thought Newcastle was going to lose the match against AC Milan yesterday, but so surprised. AC Milan has been they've won the Champions League before. A very good team who are doing well in the La Liga. In the Serie A, despite they lost against Inter Milan in the derby where they lost 5-1. But it's a very good that they played against Newcastle, and I actually thought Newcastle was going to lose the match, or probably, even though they're going to lose the match, it's going to be like probably 2-1 or 1-0 margin. But it was so surprising that the game, they lost the game, they drew the game, which is a 0-0. Very surprising, because I never expected it. I was like, okay, Newcastle, it's been long they've been in Champions League. Okay, these guys are still very young, that they might even demolish them. I'm surprising they drew the match, which is a very good one. So the other matches there is something I expect. I know PSG is going to win their match, Barcelona is going to win their match, Messi is going to win their match. So, but the most fascinating match I saw was that of Newcastle United. I love the way they play. Fantastic play.
Okay, fantastic play from Newcastle. Like I said, Nick Pope has to, in fact, was just too good on the night.
That's why
I think that the English team has gotten another seaman in between the sticks for them if they actually give Nick Pope the chance to actually man that post. But looking at Newcastle, after 22 decades, 20 years out of the Champions League, they came back. They were strong last season in the English Premier League, and now their first game in the Champions League against a team that has won the Champions League 6 good times. Now, do you think they can go far with this their first performance in the Champions League?
Yeah, they can go there. I believe they are going to go far, because the team in their eyes is actually a very strong team, so I believe they are going to go far. But them going first in that team, I don't think so. But them being second position in the team, I think they are going to get they're going to finish as a second run-up in that team.
In that group, okay. Yes. Let's look at the game of Manchester City against Red Star Belgrade. Now they were, in fact, they also they conceded 3-1. It ended fine. It was a good one. Doku was instrumental for Manchester City. Very fantastic winger, enterprising, entertaining. He was just too good on the night for Manchester City. Now, with this performance, do you think the pressure is on Manchester City to defend the Champions League?
It's normal. What will I put it? For instance, if you win the Champions League season, the next season, the all eyes are on you. Everybody wants to play. Everybody wants to make sure they make sure you don't get to that, you don't win the Champions League. I think teams that have done, it's only Real Madrid that have done that so far. They won it back to back 3 times. And after that, I don't think nobody has done that again. So the pressure is actually on Manchester City in particular, because they've won the Champions League. Now they will want to, because every team wants to retain that Champions League. So they want to retain Champions League, and everybody will say, no, Man City, we know them now. So the pressure is on them particularly now.
Okay, the pressure is on Manchester City after that game last night. 3-1 it ended at Etihad. It was a good game for Manchester City. They started well, and for every other team. And for Barcelona, 5-0. I think in the space of how many games Barcelona has been able to score about 17 goals in total, both in the league and then in the Champions League. They scored 12 goals in the league already in 4 games, and now they've added 5, making it 17 goals in total in all competition for Barcelona. Now, do you think the coming in of João Felix, the two João from Portugal, João Cancelo and João Felix, has been good. And Felix scored over the weekend, and now again the Champions League 2 goals against Royal Antwerp. Is this the signs of good teams to come for Barcelona?
Very Barcelona, since the coming of Xavi Hernandez, it has been fantastic for Barcelona. They've been struggling before, but since they sold Messi and had some financial issues, but since the coming of Xavi, it has been really fantastic. They won the league last season, and now they have João Felix, a very fantastic player, which is one of the major regrets I have as a Chelsea fan. Why Chelsea never tried to sign that guy permanently from Atletico Madrid last season. So you can see he has been fantastic. You have him, you have Lewandowski at the top front. What do you expect? You expect goals. You're very skillful. He knows the post like the back of his hand, same as Lewandowski.
Lewy.
Agbawu.
Okay, that's a good one for João Felix. Particularly, I'm happy for the young man after that rough patch in Atletico Madrid for some time, and he has gone to Barcelona to revive his career, and it's a good thing for the young young man. He has started very well for Barcelona, and we just hope and pray and see if Barcelona we do well in Europe this season. Okay, let's leave the match day one result in the Champions League, and then we'll have match day one fixtures continue in the Champions League. Also today we have Wednesday fixtures for you in Group A, B, C, D, and E. Okay, let's quickly take the Group A. We have Galatasaray against the Danish team FC Copenhagen, and then Bayern Munich against the fumbling and wobbling Manchester United. Now, first Galatasaray against FC Copenhagen.
I'll give it to Galatasaray.
Why?
I just don't know. I think like Galatasaray is a more it has the most advantage than FC Copenhagen because they are playing away. They are playing home, and the Danish team is coming to them. Our Nigerian player there, Amaho, is no longer there again. He's now in a
he has gone to Cyprus.
Cyprus. So that's why would you sell that young fantastic player for them? So I'm really angry with them. So I give it to Galatasaray.
Okay, you give it to Galatasaray. Okay, let's leave that game. Let's look at Bayern Munich against Manchester United.
Really?
Now,
do you want me to talk?
Erik ten Hag against Tuchel. Now, how is he going to handle? Because Manchester United has not really been good since the beginning of the season, and now they'll be playing against a team that we know, though also they have their own fair share of troubles. Some have in a way. But if you look at it between Man U and Bayern Munich, what's your take about that game?
Bayern Munich has not been fantastic the way we expected to be fantastic. They have not been that spectacular. Bayern Munich, same as Manchester United, but at least they are still better than Manchester United. No, not because I'm not a Manchester United fan, but you can see from everything, Manchester for the past two games now so far, they've considered 3 goals. Against Arsenal and then against Brighton, and now they are playing a very attacking side, Bayern Munich. You have Kane there, you have Lorishin there, you have Nabri there, you have Koma there, fantastic attackers. So it's going to be difficult for Manchester United. If we are to even look at everything based on statistics and performance and paperwork, I think Bayern Munich is going to demolish Manchester United. But I think the game should be more than probably 3-1 or 3-0.
Okay, 3-0 or 3-1.
You know, that's the usual.
Let's look at it this way. For Bayern Munich against Manchester United, these two teams, they are familiar foes. They know each other very well. 1999, the Champions League final, the Manchester United defeated Bayern Munich, and that has been something that Bayern Munich will never forget in their history. Do you think they are going to take revenge? Because whenever they are playing Manchester United, they put revenge on their mind. So is that revenge going to work tonight?
It's going to work tonight, but don't be surprised. Surprises might pull up today. You might be expecting Bayern Munich to demolish Manchester United, and Manchester might end up demolition because they are both not they are not both not stable, but one is more stable than the other. That's just the truth. Bayern Munich has not been fantastic. Bayern Munich before, normally now you see them clearing 3-0, 4-0, but you can see against Bayern Leverkusen they drew 2-2. Manchester United they lost against Arsenal, lost against Brighton.
Okay,
so let me finish so that you can say Manchester United fan before you say I'm trying to support Bayern Munich. But I think Manchester United will want to. We won't want that to repeat itself again. So I think
Manchester United will have to put their acts together if they want to get anything out of Allianz Arena in tonight's Champions League game. That's their first game. Okay, let's go straight to the next group, Group B. We also have fixtures in Group B. Now, almighty Arsenal against PSV Eindhoven, and then Sevilla against Lens. And it's a good one for Arsenal coming back to the Champions League also. And Mikel Arteta has said they should just make the most of it by playing against PSV Eindhoven. Now, what do you see between Arsenal? Quickly, your scoreline and your take generally.
Straight to Arsenal now. No, there's no need of trying to send no much English. Arsenal is winning. Okay, by what goal margin? I don't know, but they're having their 3 points today. Okay, they will take all 3 points. Sevilla Lens, another struggling team, that is Sevilla. Sevilla is winning.
Okay, Sevilla will win. All hope teams, according to Noel Sampson, is going to take all 3 points in their games. That is in Group B. Let's see how Arsenal is going to cope with PSV Eindhoven from Netherlands. Okay, let's leave that and take the last story on the show, which concerns transfer. And for Barcelona, they keep on looking for young talents to beef up their squad. And now they have set their sight against a team they played against in the Champions League, a player from that team in person of Arthur Vermeeren. This guy is young and youthful, 19-year-old of his age. He was fantastic for Royal Antwerp last night, but they considered 5. But he showed some glimpses, and that is why Barcelona are going for this guy. Do you think Barcelona should sign him quickly?
Yes, I think they should if they think it's a fantastic for them. But you cannot just use a match performance to just understand a player. That's just the truth now, because it might be a fluke. Who knows? But if they've looked at the way I've been playing before, if he has been consistent, then why not? They could sign him.
Okay, if he has been consistent for Royal Antwerp, they should go for him. Okay, that is where we'll leave it on the show. We are sorry we could not get Michael Idoko from Plateau State to join us on the show. But Noel Sampson was, in fact, was instrumental this morning. Thanks for your insightful analysis on this show.
The pleasure, man. I wish Manchester United all the best today.
Okay, wishing Manchester United all the best. That is where we leave it on 360 Sports. I am Emmanuel Fashimi. Thanks for watching.